blood diamonds, Africa's misery-sustaining conflict which have claimed millions of lives. Now they are becoming the scoop of Indian authorities as well. At a time when the government is under tremendous pressure to act against black money, these conflict diamonds are being used to launder money in the nation. Why is the arrest of 2 men in Surat last year sending alarm bells ringing in the customs and excise now? What was special about the seizure of rough diamonds worth rupees 10.17 crore in Surat in April last year? These are no ordinary diamonds. They are what are called blood diamonds, responsible for the death of millions across the country of Africa. And now that they are fast becoming a source of money laundering for many Indians as well. Headlines Today has accessed a dossier prepared for discussion at the recently concluded meeting of Chief Commissioners and Directors General of Customs and Central Excise in the national capital.
सूरत में जो भी डायमंड्स आते हैं इंपोर्ट होके, वो सभी डायमंड्स केपी सर्टिफिकेट के सही जरिए से ही आते हैं और केपी सर्टिफिकेट साथ ही आते हैं। और बातें जो करते हैं कि कॉम्प्लेक्स डायमंड और ब्लड डायमंड इधर आते हैं, उस बात में कोई दम नहीं है। हमने सूरत डायमंड एसोसिएशन ने भी इस दिशा में बहुत से काम किए हैं। आईडीआई के जो इंस्टीट्यूट है, इंडियन डायमंड इंस्टीट्यूट, वहां से मिलके भी हमने केपी सर्टिफिकेट के अवेयरनेस के लिए बड़ा कार्यक्रम किया था।
Now, in the preliminary investigations, the 2 arrested by DRI in Surat revealed that they brought the blood diamonds consignment of 48,000 carats worth rupees 10.17 crore from Zimbabwe via Manicaland, Mozambique, Kenya, before finally landing in Mumbai.
इसमें ब्लड डायमंड के साथ ये दोनों एक्यूज को पकड़ा गया है कल। करीब 10 करोड़ के से ज्यादा रकम अमाउंट का ब्लड डायमंड है। उसकी वेट करे मतलब वजन में उसका 9.5 किलो से भी ज्यादा वजन है उसका। डीआरआई सूरत को और अहमदाबाद को ये इंफॉर्मेशन थी कि ये दोनों आदमी केपीसी सर्टिफिकेट विदाउट केपीसी सर्टिफिकेट वाला रफ डायमंड सूरत में बेचने आने वाले हैं।
All right, joining me right now is Mosaki Acharya for more on the story there. Mosaki, with the arrest of these 2 men, it has been established that blood diamonds are making their way to India. Now, what are the modalities of this operation which the police have unearthed?
Well, when these two Kenyans were nabbed and the diamonds were seized from them, one thing was clear, that the modus operandi was that these rough diamonds, which are the conflict diamonds, which are sponsoring the civil war back in African nations, had made their way from Zimbabwe to Kenya, and from Kenya it had landed in Mumbai. It has come to the notice of custom officials that people from African nations are looking to sell such rough diamonds, conflict diamonds, at extremely cheap rates in India, and Surat, which is the diamond polishing hub, could be becoming a conduit for money laundering, and that is exactly what has alarmed the Indian authorities here. They seized these diamonds. They were worth 10.17 crores. This happened in April 2011. However, they are keeping their ears and eyes open to ensure that conflict diamonds do not make their way in India, because these rough diamonds are first sent to Surat, where they are polished and later exported to US and Europe markets at very, very high cost. So procuring diamonds at a low cost is one incentive for the diamond traders here in Surat. But we spoke to the Surat Diamond Association, who completely refuted the charges that conflict diamonds were being polished in Surat. But it cannot be ruled out that conflict diamonds are making their way into India, and that it will require a lot of scrutiny to ensure that these conflict diamonds are not polished and exported from India, especially Surat, which is one of the biggest diamond polishing hubs in the country.
Mosaki, have the authorities been able to establish a timeline? How long have these diamonds been making their way into India?
Well, there has not been any clear timeline which has been either made public by the DRI or the custom officials here, but they believe that the entire conflict going on back in African nations, they are routing their conflict diamonds through India. Especially, they're trying to sell it off in Mumbai and Surat, which has the biggest diamond polishing units and diamond traders as well. What happens later is that once they are procured at a minimal cost. They are polished and later exported to big nations, developed nations like US and Europe, indirectly, where US and Europe is now supporting the conflict in African nations. There is a very, very strict policy in US and in Europe, and India too has a Kimberley certificate process here which has to be in place, but yes, more scrutiny is required at the ground level, especially at the custom ports from where these rough diamonds, especially the conflict diamonds, are being brought into the country.